So you're here in New York.
Yeah.
And I've been reading Twitter, and I noticed that it was your birthday a few days ago.
Yes,
so happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Turned 22.
Ooh, that's exciting.
It's a real person age now. I'm not. Like 21. Everyone's like, yeah, well, you're a kid. 21. 22. Like everyone's like, go to work. Shut up. Like you're an adult now. What are you doing?
And what brings you to New York?
I'm shooting a movie called 10,000 Saints. With Haley Seinfeld, Asa Butterfield, Ethan Hawke, Emily Mortimer, a bunch of Emil Hirsch. So we're shooting. It's about the punk rock scene in the mid '80s, straight edge punk rock scene. It's a very interesting script and great filmmakers, and so that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm also promoting this show that just came out yesterday.
Yeah. Twisted came out yesterday.
Yeah, the new season winter premiere. I don't know.
Part B.
I'm confused. I was just confused with everyone else. But Part B, it's winter premiere. It's happening. It's good.
So tell me, who you are. Who's Dani, and how does he fit into Twisted?
Dani Desai is at the start of the show, Dani comes back from juvie after 5 years for killing his aunts, and then obviously the first 13 episodes happen, and it's kind of all this stuff gets revealed, and he gets blamed for another murder at the school in the school. So jump cut to season 1B. He's on the run. He's being framed. He's got prints on a murder weapon, and then it turns out they were tampered with, and his father is alive, and he has this big competition with his father. And then last night, people saw me whack my father in the head with a stick.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool stuff.
It got real last night, and also he reveals that he didn't actually kill his aunts. He took the blame for his father, who killed his aunt, and he went to juvie for after taking blame for his father. So he's kind of tore up inside, and he's been holding these secrets in for a while. And so I think for Dani's character, it's fun for him to finally get a chance to tell people what's up with him, his story exactly, and just be honest a little bit. Or maybe he's not being honest, or maybe he's just being crazy again. We don't know. It's really it's hard to say anything that with Dani is all fact.
Yeah, because he's very on and off with his
honesty.
Yeah, exactly.
Very selective with what he tells people, and he's manipulative. And I don't know if that makes him a sociopath, but he's definitely manipulative. So
originally that was the name of the show, right?
Yeah, Socio. Yeah.
And now that Dani's father may no longer be with us, because what happened?
Who knows, man? Yeah. This guy could just come. I can get down to the bottom of the cliff, and he's like, "Hi, son." I don't know. Who knows?
He came back to life once.
You can't kill this guy, apparently.
Yeah.
So that's gonna that makes him a murderer, really, when he wasn't before, which I think is an interesting switch for the show, for him to have not been a murderer all that time, or maybe not. Maybe he killed Gina. There's so many mysteries. Who knows? But to not been a murderer all that time, and then have this huge weight of killing your father. I think that's kind of a big. It's gonna be a big weight on his shoulders throughout the rest of the season.
And what would you like to see from Dani?
I don't know. I think I would like to see him. We see him kind of do this, but protect his friends. And he does that. He does that in this episode. He protects Joe. I wish he was more honest with Lacey. I wish he was be more upfront with her.
My favorite is between you and Ashton.
Yeah.
You guys have the best romance.
Yeah, he's great, man. He's a great actor and so much fun to work with. Takes his work very, very seriously, and a great actor. Yeah, so much fun to do the scenes with him because and also that's to me for my stuff. My stuff is quite heavy throughout. It gets it's very a lot of it's informational plot stuff, or a lot of it's emotional release stuff. This is with his stuff is always very light and fun, which I like. It's nice to have banter, with the character, because it gets a little bit
Yeah, intense, and then it's kind of Rio comes in, and you're like, oh, okay,
right, we
can
great. Laugh and stuff. Yeah. It's not just us being in
Yeah.
her seat the whole time.
He was great. We actually did an interview with him back in August.
No way.
And do you do any prep like before a shot, like to get yourself prepared?
Yeah, I like to I do all that kind of stuff off sets. You know, I kind of come to set with that kind of planned or kind of thought out. But when it's a scene like it's a little bit more intense, like some of the stuff we did in last night's episode. Yeah, I try to I take my moments and it's just really about responding to the other person too.
And will we see any more of Gray, Corinne, or Chris? Because
yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Not in these first 8. It gets really interesting. It is a 180. The whole thing. So yeah, I'd like to see them back. I'd like to see them back in the school.
And do you have a favorite scene that you shot?
I did stuff with Vikram
Okay.
from last night's episode. I like stuff with Joe and Lacey from last night's episode. I love that Rico scene. The scene with me and Rico. That was so much fun to shoot. We laughed and it was great.
And I know you're friends with Josh Hutchinson, and you guys do that whole straight but not narrow.
Yeah.
And you guys have like a basketball game.
Yeah, he does a basketball game. I'm not a very good basketball player.
Okay.
That's admittedly not one of my talents. Not one of my talents. But he does a basketball game and just to raise money and and awareness and so I started this charity a while ago, and me and Josh kind of came together and built some aspects of it, and like the basketball thing is one aspect of it, and we're trying to get stuff involved with schools around America too.
So, oh really?
Yeah, trying to GSAs. Like we work with some of the GSAs, but we're trying to work with colleges and stuff. Try to touch football games, flag football games.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I love it. I love watching those videos. It's very informative.
Informative. It's supposed to kind of have a light. It's supposed to have. It's like a light feeling to it. You know what I mean? Like
right.
It is a very serious issue, and especially when it comes to the bullying aspect of it. But I think that for us, for the demographic that we cater to, which is young people in high schools and middle schools, that it should be a younger, more light message, I guess.
And who would you pick, Lacey or Joe in real life?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. They both have their positives and negatives, man. Joe's she's always been there for me, but she's starting to complain a lot. And Lacey, she's out there being a soldier and making sure that proving my innocence, but she doesn't know me. I'm crazy.
Yeah, she was funny last night. She was very floaty.
Oh, she's so awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, Kylie's so talented and very, very, very good in these episodes. These upcoming episodes, really, really cool. It's fun, so much fun acting with her because she's she's really she keeps everything very, very fresh, and it's very, very cool to work with her. Yeah.